Trisha Paytas is a name that I did not think that I would be mentioning on this channel, especially in the year 2023, but here we are. I forgot that she did sad boy emo pop punk a couple of years ago, and when I remembered, I thought, oh my god, I have to make this content, and I have to make it now. And that was a couple days ago, and now is now, okay? So my name is Dan Frampton. I am the internet's most ruthless gatekeeper, and I'm here to gatekeep Trisha Paytas the way that David Dobrik intended, okay? So here we go. This is what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna search Sad Boy 2005 on the old YouTube machine, and that's gonna bring us to Trisha Paytas' pop punk emo project, which she entitled Sad Boy 2005, which I think is a great name for a band. If you want to name your sad boy band Sad Boy 2005 because you just want to capture that feeling from that time place, you know what I mean? That is a great thing to do. That is the most effective way to do it. How are we going to get the audience to have that Sad Boy 2005 feel? I know, light bulb moment over here. We're gonna call the band Sad Boy 2005, and I think that is great. We got some Panic at the Disco memery, we got some MCR memery, you know what I mean? I don't exactly know where we're gonna dive in right now, but I think that we are gonna start with the title track 2005. What better place to start than with the theme song? And I think the theme song for Sad Boy 2005 will be the song 2005, all right? So we got Trisha Paytas over here looking a whole bunch like Brendan Urie. Okay, back in the day, he used to do this musical project called Panic at the Disco. Yeah, all right, here we go. This is them. They're doing the thing. Let's set this scene. We got Trisha Paytas over here, all right? She's in her little lawn chair. She's got her band, and the bandmates seem to be doing this like thing with the hose, spilling the water all over the place, and that's okay. I mean, that's setting a pretty sad vibe, you know. They don't care about water conservation or any of that. That's pretty punk rock, if I'm being honest with you, you know what I mean? I didn't think that Trisha Paytas was going to be the most punk rock thing in the world. But before we watch this, all right, I think that I actually have to tell you who Trisha Paytas is. Because we're on a punk rock YouTube channel right now. You might not actually know who Trisha Paytas is. And God bless you, all right? She's as old as the internet, okay? She's been on the internet for so long. She's been taking her shtick onto like talk shows, onto the real TV, all right? And basically, her shtick used to be, I can talk really fast. And then her shtick became, I can cause a whole bunch of drama. And then her shtick became, I'm going to cry on the floor in my kitchen and tell you that I'm a chicken nugget. And then she would say the most controversial thing that she could think of, just to say the most controversial thing that she can think of. She kind of fancies herself kind of an Andy Kaufman type performer, and there's kind of a little bit of truth to that, but she ruffled so many feathers and she made her reputation so stinky throughout the years, but so many people were drawn to Trisha Paytas because she's basically kind of like that train wreck that you can't look away from, you know what I mean? That was the whole brand, that was the whole vibe, and she had all of this like adult content that you could pay for, and that just completed the Trisha Paytas online brand, okay? And then, when Ethan Klein of H3 and her got together for their Frenemies podcast, that took things to a new level. She got on H3's radar because H3 was making fun of her. Then she came on the podcast kind of combatively. They realized that they have this like chemistry or whatever. Then they started a whole podcast together, and it was very messy. It was very dramatic. But most importantly, it was very, very popular, okay? This thing was crazy. Everybody was watching Frenemies. They were out there to expose David Dobrik for being a creep, for being a monster, and they were making all sorts of headway with that, all right? But they wouldn't only talk about the drama goings on off of their channel, they would talk about their own drama, and they would fight all the time. They would get pizza and just cry over it all the time. They would dress up in these immaculate costumes and then have these ridiculous real-life fights while dressed up as like Uncle Festus or whatever, if that's his real name. Then Trisha Paytas left that podcast and did a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyway, that's as much as I know about Trisha Paytas. She had a kid and she was very quiet for a little bit, and she apparently kind of like grew up a little bit because during the whole Colleen Ballinger stuff that went on earlier this year, she was being kind of like, I don't know, had like a whole mature take on it or whatever. And I thought that was pretty cool of Trisha Paytas, but I was like, this isn't the Trisha Paytas that I know. I know the catty, crazy Trisha Paytas, and that made me all remember Sad Boy 2005. Now, I haven't partaken in any of the Sad Boy 2005 activities. I do not know what this is going to sound like, okay? But I have a pretty good idea what it might sound like. So without any further ado, Trisha Paytas, formerly of the Frenemies podcast, in her Sad Boy 2005 band, doing the song 2005. Here we go. Is that Salvo Pancakes? I think that's Salvo Pancakes over here. Just kidding. Salvo's definitely not famous enough to be here with Trisha Paytas, okay? But so far, this is sounding exactly the way that I was expecting it to sound. And yeah, no surprises yet. The guy can't even bounce his little ping pong ball. And this white as a ghost guy over here, this actually looks like Social Repose. Is this Social Repose outside of all of his like black makeup or whatever? I'm gonna choose to believe that that's Social Repose. Trisha Paytas. Whoa, Trisha Paytas again. How can Trisha Paytas be in two places at once? What's going on? 2005? She is feeling that bathing suit. She's like, girl, yeah, you work it. Hell yeah, Trisha Paytas. Give me the business.
We never really had a chance.
Okay, well, those are the vocals. That was exactly kind of what I was expecting. Not really, though. I could have been a little bit more whiny. You know what I mean? It could have been, I not really had a chance.
I really wish we could go back. Bitch, Angelina took
Okay, well, there's definitely stuff in this genre that is worse than this.
dreams. We were numb but never me.
She's got the Fall Out Boy thing going on. She's got the MCR thing going on. She's kind of, I guess, like celebrating this whole era of music, but not really parodying it, not really mocking it. Kind of just being there in this thing because she liked it back in the day and just wanted to do it, I guess? I don't know.
Those teenage years in evanescence is the scene. Take Tom Cruise jumped on couch.
Okay, yeah, so she just really wants to go back to that time, and this is like really representing all of that, you know what I mean? I don't really love it, but like I said, there are so many songs that sound like this that aren't as good as this. Trisha Paytas is actually putting together a concept here. She's like, oh, I want to go back to 2005, so I'm going to name my band Sad Boy 2005, and all the imagery of 2005 I'm going to surround myself with. There's actually kind of an artistic concept going on there.
Just MySpace dudes and girly outfits.
The costumes are awful, and they look so silly.
You could make a damn mistake. You could shake it up or run it. Wasn't you could get rich or die trying it.
Her little Fall Out Boy moves, though, are kind of nailing it. Like that little,
Woman, you could get rich
Perfect.
or die trying it in 5. Remember TV ads. Hello? Sandburgers was a fad.
Every ounce of me is just like cringing from head to toe watching this, because all the stuff that she's showing here I hated back in the day, okay? I can't sit here and pretend that this was my kind of vibe, okay? I did not like Fall Out Boy. I did not like Panic at the Disco. Sure, I liked a whole lot of other stuff that kind of sounded like that and were a little bit adjacent to that, but this sort of stuff I actively hated, you know what I mean? I actively made fun of it on a daily basis. So because she's doing it justice is one thing, but all of this stuff is very cringe in my brain, you know what I mean? Both of those thoughts can exist in my brain at the same time. We're like, oh my god, all of this is so whack and so corny. But Trisha Paytas is being true to it and honoring it in a very, very authentic way.
Or feeling at an all-time low.
At an all-time low. I mean, I don't love it, but it is fun bad. It is sit down and laugh at how bad this is kind of bad. This is a good time.
30 seconds left. Jared Leto.
Oh my god. And all the references. All-time low. 30 seconds left like Jared Leto. You know what I mean? This is a fun bad time. 100%. Is it good? No. Is it going to win any awards? No. Sure, it's a little bit better than stuff that existed in this genre, like I said before. But that's not necessarily a super high bar to reach.
We're all our dreams. We were MCR and that music made me manic.
The lyrics are awful. The vocals are atrocious, alright?
I wish I had a time machine. Back to have Tom Cruise jumped on couch.
And then the Blink-182. Of course she was gonna take every opportunity to get naked in front of a camera.
This must be studs and girly outfits. Without it thrown back in your face. About who's coming. You could get rich in 2005.
Here we go. Well, I knew we had to get the MCR. You know what I mean? And watching this right around Halloween time, this is pretty good. This is a lot of dress up, a lot of cosplay. And I'm loving to see Trisha Paytas have this amount of fun. Like, if I had that amount of money and I could just, like, go into the studio and be like, make music about music that I like, I think I might do that. That sounds like a fun time. Why not? You know what I mean? And a whole bunch of YouTuber music is not this pure and is not this genuine and is not this wholesome. This comes from a real place in her heart, because Sad Boy 2005 type vibe, type aesthetic wasn't really super hot 2 years ago. It's kind of a risk to kind of go down this road. Ultimately, you gotta be supremely passionate about this kind of stuff to be doing this kind of stuff. And for that, I gotta tip the hat to you, Trisha Paytas.
Emo guys, bones, juicy sweats. It's something we just can't forget.
Okay, the chorus does kind of bop. It is kind of catchy. You know what I mean? A bit of an earworm here.
Get up or run, it wasn't all about who's coming. In 2000, this must be studs and girly outfits that throw.
Those lyrics. Boys in girly outfits, you can make mistakes without it being thrown back in your face. I really want to go back to 2005. She just had to throw some cancel culture, get off my back type stuff into this, didn't she?
You could shake it up or run it. You could get rich or die trying.
The logo's awesome though, are you kidding me? My God, what an experience. What an absolute time to be alive. God damn. Sad Boy 2005. I knew that I was gonna have a fun time with this, but I didn't know exactly how much fun I was gonna have. And that was a good time. It was nostalgic. It was also a little bit infuriating. It was very cringe. It was like a full perfect package of cringe entertainment just served up on a silver platter to me. I actually loved that. That was super entertaining and I had a really good time enjoying it. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. Oh man, my brain is scrambled now. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life. Okay, until my next upload, watch these other uploads. Okay, see you later.